Hello. So I used to sell merch through a company called Versus Merch on their Versus Alliance store, and a bunch of other kind of creators and stuff used to do it too, including Cheek Media. But then, yeah, it had been a while since I heard anything from them, and I hadn't got any kind of order results or anything, and I was like, you know what, fair enough, I'm not that interesting. People could just not be buying stuff, which is totally fair enough. Cost of living and all that, it is what it is. But then I went to check out the website, and the website was down and not taking any orders, and I was like, oh, it's a bit weird. They didn't say anything. So I did a bit of Googling, and I saw this notice on the ASIC website, which pretty much said the company's in liquidation, and they've appointed a liquidator, which was BDO. I don't know who that is, but it is what it is. Usually when that happens, they're meant to tell you that this is happening. I didn't get anything. I never got an email. So I reached out to the contact person on the notice on the ASIC website, and I was like, hey, what's going on? No one's told me anything. Shortly after that, I received an email, and the liquidator was like, yeah, they're in liquidation. Send us any money that they owe you. And I was like, this is going to be difficult because they haven't sent me anything in a while, and I don't know how much money they owe me or anything. Shortly after this, quite a few people have been emailing me and saying, hey, I ordered your merch like a month ago, haven't heard anything, don't know what's happening. And I'm like, shit, I don't know either. Let me see what I can do. Now, I do have a law degree, but it is most certainly not in liquidation. I have never done anything to do with liquidation. The closest that I've come when it comes to commercial law is leasing and employment contracts and stuff like that. But even that was, a brief period of my life. So I started Googling about, what does a company have to do when they're in liquidation and stuff. Anyways, one of the first things a liquidator has to do is notify all the creditors. So creditors include people like me who've, supplied goods or services to a company for them to use for then, on selling and whatever. But it also includes people who paid for goods or services that they never received. So, all the people who ordered merch from my store and a bunch of other stores on the website. It turns out that none of these people have been emailed by the liquidator either. So I'm not too sure what's happened here, but it looks like either Versus Merch hasn't supplied the liquidator with a list of all the creditors, so that they can be contacted and, make a claim for how much money they're owed and everything. Or, they might have done that intentionally to reduce the amount of creditors, to get more money out of this. I don't know what happened. They did send a report about the timeline of what happened eventually after I emailed them. And they said, that they'd kind of been in discussions about liquidation since the 8th of March, which was, I think, prior to them stopping, taking orders, which is a bit dodgy. And then they do give a bit of a rundown of the financials of the company. Long story short, the company has about $176,000 in assets. However, they owe approximately $1,274,000 to all their creditors. So I'm not sure about insolvent trading laws or anything, but something seems funny. And if you look at some of the creditors on here, I'm listed here. It says TBA, estimated claim, which is really helpful because I'd like to know what that number is. But there's also so many people who've bought stuff that are not on this list, and there's also $487,000 being owed to the tax office. That seems suspicious to me, but I don't know anything about this. Long story short, I have no idea what's happening. I'm trying to find out. I sent a bunch of emails this weekend, and quite a few people have emailed me about, not getting merch that they ordered, and I'm pretty pissed off. So I'm trying to find out as much as I can. But in the meantime, please email this person and CC me in, which is purplepingerstm@gmail.com, with, if you ordered something and never got it, send your order in to this bloke, and let's find out what the hell happens. So yeah, also if anyone knows anything about liquidation, feel free to hit me up, because I know nothing. Anyways, gonna try sort all this out, and am looking for a merch company to sell new merch, and hopefully get everyone who ordered merch their merch, but from someone else. And I don't know how we're going to do that, but because I don't even know who ordered merch and didn't get it, because they won't tell me. So anyways, love you all very much, and I'm very sorry and very annoyed.